One goal of the Orcutt Community Plan was to enhance the quality of life for residents of the Orcutt planning area. One objective of that goal was the revitalization of Old Town Orcutt.
The first few meetings, we just kind of flip-flopped around, and we'd get new people every time we had a meeting, and we were kind of just rehashing the same things. So I volunteered to be the first president, and then once I became the president, I started looking into how to revitalize the town, because I felt it really had to go one way or the other. The town is built up of a lot of smaller, older homes that were brought down from the Orcutt Hills. And a lot of those homes, some of them were restored and looking very nice, but a lot of them were starting to get run down. And we felt that if we could revitalize the commercial core for the downtown area, then what would happen from that point is people would be interested in fixing up their homes, and they'd be interested in investing in the community.
2 years after the community plan was adopted, planning and development began a revitalization program for Old Town Orcutt using a federal community development block grant. In 2003, the Old Town Orcutt Revitalization Association was founded by residents.
So basically what happened in Old Town Orcutt, as all of the big box stores and shopping malls came in, all of the mom and pop shops just started going away because they didn't have the businesses to support them. So a lot of small towns throughout America, they lost that flavor of being a small town. And with everything becoming franchises and everything else, I didn't like the fact that you would go to different towns and cities throughout the United States and they all look the same. In looking at the Main Street program, it's very important to come up with unique stores so people in restaurants and bed and breakfasts and places like that, so people want to come to your community. And then we adopted the Orcutt Community Plan. The Old Town Orcutt section of that is basically as our Bible on that gave us some direction, because they had already called for, in 1997 that was passed, for Orcutt to become, you know, a quaint area with bed and breakfasts and maybe live theater, maybe a winery, some nice restaurants, things like that, things to get the community out and get the community involved. I think probably the biggest improvement we've made is we've changed people's attitudes. A good example is across the street at Windsor Properties. I was talking to the lady that owns that the other day. And when I was over there watering that tree I was talking about, she told me that she was going to sell out her business and move, but because of all the things she's seen us doing here, she said she's staying. So just changing those attitudes is huge. And that goes back to our primary focus was to not try to tell the residents what they had to do with their property or anything else. Our focus was going to be to revitalize the downtown area, and in turn, that would hopefully change their attitudes to make them proud of the community that we're living in and want to see it improve. So I think the improvements have been great.